And I promised that I would talk about kind of the mental side of healthy eating, because we know that healthy living starts between our ears. I say that all the time. And I really believe that it doesn't matter how much information you have about what to do or what not to do, what to eat, how to exercise, whatever. If you don't have it straight in your mind first and have a proper mindset, then you're going to have limited and temporary success at best. So the first idea in my book is called "What you feed grows, and therefore what you starve dies." And it's a matter of the inputs in your mind. And so we're inundated with negativity, and we probably have some negative self-talk. I know I do. Maybe not necessarily about food, but for other parts of my life. And I just have to keep reminding myself that I need to starve those negative things and replace them with positive things, and let my mind kind of grow around those and see change in my behavior from it, right? So our mind is like a garden, and the thoughts that we have are the seeds for the garden. And so we can plant flowers or we can plant weeds. Just kind of a simple illustration to remind us that what we put into our mind greatly impacts our behavior. And I think nutrition and eating healthy is a behavior first. But I just think it's super important that you address your mindset about what you're doing, kind of as a very first exercise. I want you to think about what you feed grows and what you starve dies in terms of your temptations around food also. So for example, many people struggle with food issues because they tie comfort foods, chips and chocolate or whatever, as a way to numb their boredom or some stress or pain or whatever that is different than real, hunger. And it's important for us to recognize and to think about what those temptations are for us and have those ready in the front of our mind, so that when it comes up, we can say to ourselves, hey, look, this is what's happening to me. I'm bored. I normally go to the pantry and look for some chips or a snack. What am I going to do differently now because I recognize that this is happening to me? You need to replace that with something else, because you can't just deny it altogether. That's not quite how it works. So say I get bored on Saturday afternoon and I find myself staring at the cupboards again. I should be thinking to myself, why am I here? What am I doing? Am I really hungry? No. Okay. So what's the problem? Well, maybe I should have a big glass of water. Or maybe I should try a piece of fruit or some carrots or something healthy that isn't gonna derail my nutrition plan or my healthy living goals just because I'm having a moment of boredom. And if you're able to do something like that, then I think you'll find that you've satisfied the crazy craving to have something in your mouth and to eat something or whatever. And in that time, you may also find something else to do. That's one example. So it might be, maybe it's not boredom, maybe it's a stress issue, or maybe it's an anxiety or some kind of a fear that drives you to eat. Maybe you worry a lot, and I don't know, whatever it is for you, you need to figure out what that is. And you can't do that by simply reading, how do I eat healthy? How do I exercise? How do I lose this weight? If if you're not addressing your mind first, you're going to fail. And I'm trying to help you avoid the pain of that cycle again of starting something new and being excited about it and seeing some progress and doing really well for a period, and then something happens and you crash and burn and you start all over again. Um, those type of things commonly happen because we haven't had our mind sorted correctly. So really, really important stuff here to consider. So ask yourself these questions like, what are the messages that I'm telling myself about my health or my body or how I feel about food or my relationship to food? And is that all healthy and positive? And if it's not, then you need to address that. I can help you with that a little bit if you would like. Happy to talk on the phone or whatever, but you need to do something with that. Figure out what the thing is that is your great temptation around food. Is it the boredom or the stress that you find yourself at the pantry when you're not really hungry? Figure out what that thing is, and then what you're going to choose to do against that, so that you're not following through with, oh, I'm bored, I guess it's potato chips and chocolate time. No, what are you going to do differently this time? That's a mental exercise. So think about that, and then this is your way of starving that part of what's active in your mind. So feed your mind with something more positive, and then allow your behavior to change around those positive thoughts. Okay, does that make sense? Remember, what you feed grows, what you starve dies. Our mind is a garden. Our thoughts are the seeds. We can either plant flowers or we can plant weeds. All right, have a good one. Bye.